never looking back. Grinding big, soaring high, gravity defying. In the air with legends BMX flying. Goddess reaching, dirt beneath, wild ride. In the zone, crazy cat, take it in stride. Crazy cat, racing through the night. BMX trail, chasing the light. Speeding fast, got no time to play. Crazy cat, BMX all day.
Welcome to the WiKidPak podcast. I'm your host, Kellani. Today we'll be interviewing vet pro Barry Nobles. Today we are live at the USA BMX Grand Nationals. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to, I know you've been asking me for a while for this. I'm excited we finally got to meet up and do a little interview together.
When did you start racing?
When did I start racing? I started racing in 1998. When were you born?
2014.
Okay, yeah.
And what got you started?
I started riding bicycles when I was 3 years old, and I just always really loved it, and just wanted to be better and better. And I probably started racing when I was 10 years old. So bicycles is pretty much all I know.
What was the first bike you raced on?
The first bike was a GT Dyno.
How many grands does this make for you?
I don't know the exact number, but I believe 2006 was my first one. I've missed a couple, so I would say 16 to 18, I would say, yeah.
Okay, how long did you race before you turned expert?
I did 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 12. I think I turned expert when I was 13.
You've traveled all around the world. What is your favorite place to race?
My favorite place to race? I really liked, as far as actually racing, nothing beats racing in America. Racing in America is my favorite. World Championships, no matter where World Championships are, is always really fun. It's always just a good energy and good vibe.
Do you have a favorite track?
I would say Rock Hill used to be my favorite track when I raced on the Big Hill. But I'd say Rock Hill or Louisville are my favorites.
Yeah. Didn't you do freestyle in the X Games at all?
I did. 2019, I did competed in BMX Dirt in the X Games. Yep.
Okay.
That's nice. Did you compete in other bike championships? Did you race in? Did you race in any other
In
bike
anything,
sports?
as far as anything?
Like mountain biking or anything?
Yeah, so I was the mountain bike dual slalom national champions. I've raced downhill. I've raced Harley motorcycles and flat track racing. Obviously BMX. I also used to be a big cruiser rider. So yeah, anything. I've tried to experience everything as far as two wheels.
So we're all from Akron.
Okay.
I think you did a boxcar.
We did. Yeah, I did the boxcar. I did boxcar racing. First time at your home track. So that was the one and only time I've done that. That was a cool experience as well. Yeah.
I rode that one too.
Yeah.
You ride for Chase, right?
I ride for Chase.
What
right.
made you choose Chase to ride for?
They chose me. Chase is, I think it's one of the top professional teams out there. So to get asked to ride for Chase was quite a privilege that I was very grateful to get.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. What was your first sponsor or factory ride?
Claiborne Bicycles. They sponsored me when I was 13 expert, and they pretty much stayed with me up all the way through my pro career. And once I turned elite, then more sponsors started coming in after I was kind of chasing the Olympic stuff. And yeah, Claiborne Bicycles would pretty much help me start my career.
Okay.
Do you have a reason why you roll up your sleeves a lot when you race, or do you just?
I don't like the loose feel, so I've always just pulled them tight like that, and it's just kind of become part of who I am. Yeah, for now that I just started doing that way before I had tattoos, so now that I have tattoos, might as well show them off. You need to cover them up.
How do you feel about the track?
I like it. Seeing photos and watching videos beforehand, before I got here, I was kind of scared it might be a little deep. I'm a short guy, so those deep jumps are really long stretch for my short legs. But it wasn't as bad. As long as you get out there and you just really attack and commit to everything around the track, it actually rides really well. It's a fun track that we have to do a lot of jumping on, which is cool, which is not normal. We're normally manual everything, so it's cool to be jumping some stuff.
Yeah. Do you like to race vet pro or pro better?
At the end of the day, it's all pro racing, so it doesn't, whether it's the pro or elite class versus pro, I just like to be out there racing.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else, anybody?
Yeah.
Thank you for being in our podcast. We hope you do good this weekend.
Good luck to all you guys.
Thank you.
Keep the podcast going. Put that content out there.
Thank you for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.
Bye. All right, go.
Ready?
Don't mind my daughter back here. She's probably going to be loud from time to time.
All right. Welcome to the WiKidPak podcast. I'm your host, Kellani Gray.
And I'm your co-host, Wyatt Quick. And I'm your double co-host, Kai Griff.
Today, we have the pleasure of interviewing the captain, Nic Long.
Yay.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hey, Nic, welcome to the WiKidPak podcast. Thank you so much for being on our show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. We're where are we at right now? Southeast Florida. We're in West Palm at the Okie track right now for the week. I got 2 clinics coming up on Saturday, and just kind of hanging out camping. Hopefully, some local practice this week.
Nice. Love that track. It's like my favorite.
First off, we know you had a scary couple of weeks with Lou being in the hospital. How are you and Lou and your wife doing?
Thank you for asking. It was a scary, almost 2 weeks. We got out on the 13th day, I think it was, but it was pretty scary. She had COVID, croup, and then bacterial tracheitis, which when you're that small, your trachea is kind of like an hourglass shape anyways. And I was kind of watching her that night, and she ended up kind of just turning blue. So I had to rush her to the hospital, and we got her life flighted at Children's, and everybody was, all the doctors were great and helpful, and the BMX community was even more amazing. So, it definitely helped on how the situation went, but she's doing 110% right now, and everything's doing great. Thank you for asking.
We're thankful that your family made it through this rough time.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Since we didn't get to talk to you at Grands, how was your Grands experience this year?
My Grands experiences is always great. I don't know if I've got to complain about any Grands I've been to, and I've been to the last 25 straight. I would have liked to have made the main like I did the year before, but that's just how it goes racing sometimes. And when I put myself at a handicap racing on flat pedals, it's it's not easy to get in that main sometimes. So, but no, overall it was a great week. Raised $26,000 to hand out for the duffel bag dash, and all the other racing was awesome to watch. So no complaints over here. How about you guys?
I did pretty good. I had a good time. So
nice.
I made my cruiser main at Rock, and then I wrecked in the main in the first turn, and then I made it at Grands too on cruiser, but I got 7.
Nice job. Hey, making the mains half the battle. You did a good job though.
Thank you. I didn't do too bad, but I didn't make any mains, and I was pretty bummed about that. But I had a really fun weekend, and that was good. Yeah.
Good fun weekend, and you made it out healthy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, that's a big win in itself. Coming out of Grands healthy is always nice. Ready for the next season.
So we have seen some posts about Haro. Can you talk to us a little bit, and what's the future like for you?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Nothing I could really talk about just yet. As of right now, I'm still riding and working for Haro, at least for the next 2 weeks or so. That's about all I can say about that for now. So you're gonna just have to be tuned into social media and the websites. Whoever's gonna post anything if something else comes new.
All right.
Nice.
Here are some basic questions we ask all the riders. When did you start BMX and how did you find out about the sport?
So when I started I think I rode like BMX bikes, and we had little, jumps and stuff at my cousin's houses as kids. I couldn't tell you the dates on that, but probably since I was a little bitty kid. But I started racing when I was right before my 8th birthday. So I think that was 1997, maybe like September or August.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
And how I got started, I played baseball as a little kid, and I didn't really like the team sports that much. My dad used to, I think he had jumped the fence a couple times to go ride the track when he was younger. He was more of a motocross guy, but my grandparents wouldn't let him race motocross. Anyway, so he took me to the track one time just to watch it, and I watched one local race, and then my mom made me pay for my first bike so I would commit to it, and I've never taken a break since I started.
Nice. How old were you when you first turned expert?
I think I turned pretty quick. So I think maybe within like 3 or 4 months I turned expert. So I was 8, I guess.
What made you decide to ride pro, and at what age did you ride pro?
I didn't turn, well, so with like your age group in the UCI, like within your age, you're meant, like you kind of turn up to pro even if you're not pro. So the way it was for me, I was still amateur in 2007 and 2008 in the USA BMX and ABA BMX. But UCI, I was racing elite or pro in that. But so I didn't officially turn pro till the 2009 season.
Okay. So yeah. All right.
And I guess what made me, I don't know, it was kind of, I had kind of a mediocre amateur career. I was always there, but like I always like to joke, maybe like a 3 to 5 guy. I would win maybe like some of the smaller nationals, but it really wasn't until I was like 16, 17 that I really started taking it a little more serious. And I guess I chose to focus more on racing and take it a little bit more serious, so I didn't have to have a real job and go, get up early and do whatever it was, dig holes, or my family owned a business doing like glazing stuff, so like glass and buildings and all that. So I guess my goal was just to try to avoid that as long as I could, and then once it was announced that BMX was going to be in the Olympics, that was a cool goal for me to just try and accomplish myself. Just be able to have that Olympic title is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There we go.
You're one of the few, if not only, pros that race flats. Why flats over clips?
It's just I just do it for fun. So chill out, dude. We're on an interview. No, you're good. So I raced 25 years, I'd say 25 years on clips. And I wasn't necessarily like the most competitive person, but I understood that if I wanted to, take the sport as far as I could, or make the Olympic team, or do whatever accomplishment I was trying to do, I understood that to be competitive, that's what I had to do. So once I quit my elite career and racing full time, I just wanted to race for fun and not have any pressure. So a lot of the results I did as a kid and a young adult was trying to make somebody else proud, or I'm thankful that I took the initiative and took it as far as I did, but it wasn't necessarily always what I wanted to do. So just getting to race and have fun is what I enjoy. I just enjoy riding my bike out there, and when I don't have pressure because everybody thinks I need to win, then it's just a lot more fun for me.
Yeah. Is there any like specific flat pedals that you ride?
Currently I've been riding a Technique pedal. I think they're called like the big dog or big boy pedal or something. They're just a really big wide pedal, just enough surface area so I don't blow a foot off and take one in the shin.
So, out of all the tracks you've rode, what's your favorite track?
Like in the U.S. or out of all my
Probably just everywhere. Yeah, probably.
Where?
Probably just like anywhere you went.
I don't think I'd want to. Actually, I know for sure I wouldn't want to race it now or ride it now. But my single favorite day of racing was in 2011. It was on the test event for the London Olympic track. So we did a World Cup there in 2011. We had the Olympics there in 2012. But the Olympic trials, the Olympic test event on that track was probably the funnest single day of racing that I'd ever done. We did, there was like a berm jump down the first turn, then a crossover down the second straight. You did like a 90-degree turn to a big box jump, like on top of a container. So it was just kind of a lot going on, and the whole race day was pretty fun. You can find it on YouTube if you guys are ever bored. But
I think I might have seen that. Was that like Red Bull thing?
No, it wouldn't be a Red Bull one. I think you could just look up like, 2011 UCI Supercross London event, and you'll probably find it.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you competed in any other type of like competitions for bikes, like freestyle or dual slalom or mountain biking?
I guess way back in the day, I was probably like, I don't know, maybe 11 or 12, maybe 13. I did like a dirt jump competition with some friends, but that was about it. But no, I've been pretty strictly BMX race since I started.
Yeah.
Is there any country that you would want to go back to and race?
I mean, Australia is always a good time. A lot of scary bugs down there and animals, but New Zealand's probably one of my most favorite places to go to. It's just beautiful there. The people are happy, very welcoming. Not necessarily to do any sort of event, but just to go back to New Zealand, I would do that again.
Yeah. So we've taken a few clinics from pros, including you. What made you want to do those clinics, and do you enjoy doing them?
I don't know what necessarily got me to do them. I didn't really like doing them. I wish I would have during my like elite career. I didn't know, but like Connor Fields, I'm pretty sure did at least like one clinic a month for as long as like he raced elite and all that, which was really cool. I wish I probably would have done that as a kid too, just to, one, make a little extra money, two, just build a foundation of how to teach well. And three, just being able to experience and, help out the youth and the grassroots is a lot of fun. But I think for me, it might have came at like necessity at the end of my elite career. Like I said, I wasn't doing anything to do that, but I wanted to figure out how to stay in BMX and how to be helpful. And I think that was what I figured out what to do. I came up with a good routine and I don't know, I guess found my voice in how best to talk to riders like your guys yourselves to help you take the sport as far as you guys can.
Do you have like a story behind the rag that you have in your back pocket? Is there a reason why you have that there?
I don't think I really have no cool story. I just I think it looks a little cool, gives you a little something to match to whatever else you're wearing. And I actually use mine for like blowing my nose and stuff, which is gross to some people. But it's a handkerchief. That's what it's for. So it kind of started out just like a little style thing, I guess. And I use it for wiping my nose or cleaning my bike or whatever I need to use it for.
Yeah. If you've ever done a clinic with somebody else, who is your favorite person to do the clinic with, like a run?
a lot of time it's kind of hard for me to do clinics with other pros because I mean, you guys have all seen how I am at the clinic. Like, I'm pretty direction, and like, I'm not mean, but I'm like stern. So, I don't really like directing like a guest coach, sort of say. But when it's not like my specified like routine and my training day, I don't know. Anytime I get a help, like anytime it's somebody else's clinic that I get to help with, I have a lot of fun doing that. Whether whoever it is, because it's not, it's not as stressful. It's not my clinic. It's not really up to me to perform necessarily like I would if it was my training day. So anytime I get to help somebody else on their training day, I really enjoy. But I've done a few with like Donnie Robinson and kind of riders like that, and having somebody like Donnie is kind of a special one to do one with.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit more about your Olympic experience and how that was?
Yeah, I can. Guess. Do you have any like specific questions, or kind of just rundown of how it was?
It's like a rundown of how it was.
Um, if you've watched my like documentary on YouTube, it kind of explains London as kind of a blur. And like, I mean, kind of a blur. I crashed like 2 of the 5 motos for qualifying. I won the last moto. I didn't qualify into the semifinals. It was kind of a cool photo, with my name on top of the list, but I didn't qualify through. So that was, it was it has its own place in my story. Just, accomplishing being an Olympian up to that point was a cool thing. And then the motivation I left with from London really helped, I don't know, propel and progress me for what I needed to do to be ready for the Rio event, and help me perform as well as I did up till I made a mistake. So yeah, London, I guess, was just a little bit of a blur, learning curve. Is everybody? I mean, almost anybody you ask on their first Olympic experience is going to tell you a similar story, even if they won. Rio is a little bit more fun, I guess you could say. Knew what to expect, knew how to make the team, knew what it was going to take. And that one I just went with. I wanted to make it, obviously, be an Olympian again, but I just had the intention of trying to make it to the final lap of the day. And so once I accomplished that, I had some good laps in my quarter and semifinals and made it into the final. I basically had already, accomplished what I had set out to do and was proud of myself, which probably ultimately helped me tone the nerves down a little bit and whole shot the final. And then, history's history, and made my own mistake and didn't win a medal. But I think I don't think putting me right this second with a medal puts me any further in what I'm doing or what I enjoy doing. So, having a medal would be cool, but it'd probably just be sitting in a drawer in my motorhome, hanging on the mom's house.
Is there any pros that you looked up to growing up?
Yeah. So like I said, I wasn't the most competitive person. I didn't really care if you were like, the winningness or the champion guy that everybody was rooting for. I kind of had favorite riders just based on how they rode. There's a French rider, Thomas Allier, who he coaches a lot of like Joris and them now. But he was just an amazingly smooth rider, just really cool to watch. You could probably find some of his videos. And Kyle Bennett, same thing. They were just a pleasure to watch on the track. It didn't really matter what place they were in, but watching them ride their bike, you could just tell that they enjoyed it and wanted to be better. And so that's what I appreciated watching in those riders.
Anyone else? Any other questions, anybody?
What are your favorite shoes to race in? Like brand?
So like tennis shoes?
Yeah.
Lately I started out racing in like the slip-ons, but I needed a little bit more than that. So I think they're called, what are they right now? Not the Authentics. Where are they? I think it's a pro model. So these ones. Laces.
Yeah.
Nothing special.
Nice.
Does anybody else have anything? Questions?
Nope. Good.
Well, Nick, we appreciate you taking your time to be on our show. We hope you get some time to relax with your family before the season starts. We love to have you back on in the future. Please share to your fans once we post the show. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. And if you haven't already done so, please remember to like and subscribe.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to interview me, and I hope you got all the questions you were looking to. If you guys have any more, feel free to give me a call or ask me, send me a message.
Thanks.
Thank you.
you for watching. Until next time.
Alrighty. Well, we look forward to chatting with you guys and hopefully seeing you guys at some point here in the next season.
Yep.
All right.
You too.
All right.
You have a good rest of your day.
Thank you guys. Have a good day.
You're welcome.
All right. See you.
See you later.
On the track, BMX streams, never looking back. Grinding big, soaring high, gravity defying. In the air with legends BMX flying. Tires reaching, dirt beneath, wild ride. In the zone, crazy cat, take it in stride. Crazy cat, racing to the light. BMX trail, chasing the light. Speeding fast, the other time to break. Crazy cat, BMX all day.